Welcome back, Armchair Generals. Tom here, and we are continuing with my Soviet campaign in Hearts of Iron 3 using the Black Ops modification version 13.1. Episode number 14 we have here. So, where are we and what are we doing here? It's been a few days since I played. For one thing, I start off in theater mode. Just look how sad some of my theaters are in relation to kind of what's going on in the rest of the world. And yeah, not looking all that great everywhere. But again, we just need to make it to the winter time. Oh, that's right. I need to do something in regards to. Can we? No, we cannot. 19th. Bolivia. Nope. Xinjiang. Mongolia. For trade agreement. Okay. Tuvan's people. I mean, yeah, I'm losing money every day, but I have enough money to be able to handle buying stuff. Yeah, I don't think I can get anything from Belgium. Maybe let's just try 2 from Belgium. All right, that's about what we can do there. Oh, level 1, level 1. Yeah, let's go ahead and get these things. Oh, not that far, not that fast. So cool. Yeah, that kind of figures. Whoa. So this being Moscow, I think we're okay. And this being wherever the heck you are, way in the middle of nowhere, is probably also okay too. Oh, did I not send? Did I not send any of these guys out? Okay, so let's pull up theater mode here. Let's do that. I'm just gonna have them form a little bit of a barrier. Not that they're going to be able to stop the German juggernaut as it comes, but something is better than nothing, right? Right? I don't have anything else otherwise, do I? Okay, you guys are all running over that way. Make sure I don't have like a whole slew of troops sitting somewhere that I could utilize. Again, theater. We're hanging in our theater areas, so these guys are not going to cross over. At least not yet. Kharkov. These, we're probably going to be losing Kharkov, I'd have to imagine. We'll pull them back to there. And we'll run them back to there, like so. UK wants supplies? Sure. Actually, I do have plenty of supplies. I don't know why we were doing that much. Oh, holy cow, I don't remember doing as much whatever I'm doing here. Holy cows. But, yeah, steel refinery we do need, so... Yeah. Let's do that for right now until we get our supply situation, until this kicks in, and then we'll readjust. I want to see how far deep we go into here. Let me just make sure. Okay, so we got a bunch of conscripts here we could push to the forefront as well from Moscow. Like so. I'll throw them over like that. Just try to push some of these troops, push some of these guys back to recuperate as well. that's all we want to move out of there. Okay, Leningrad. Do we have any? Maybe we do have some just headquarter units, which are not going to be terribly helpful at this juncture. But we do have to push a few up. Okay. Okay, good. Taking care of that guy. Again, to kind of remind people, and myself, because it's been a little bit since I played, we are going to be looking at wintertime to survive, of course, but also primarily to be able to look at shifting over, I think it's like about 36 units from here in this eastern front, eastern theater, over to the main front. That is what our hope is. Lots of losses here. Smolensk, yeah, if I remember right, we did lose Smolensk. But we looked that up. Even though we did lose it, we lost it much later than when historically it was lost. So I'm kind of okay with that. Manganese surplus. We'll jump down there a little bit, but that's okay. Supplies for Uruguay, sure. Who could probably use? I mean, this is not going to be terribly helpful here because they have absolutely no. When they get formed, they get absolutely no organization. Wow, we didn't lose much. They lost more than we did, but yet we still lose the. Interesting. Okay. All right. Belgium wants to sell me rares. Security. Is there anybody else here that needs to skedaddle? Probably this guy. Because I think, yeah, we need to get some fresh troops in here. All right. Let's get the army unit up there. I mean, weird that they're attacking me where they are at this point. We're going to slide this guy over. And I think that's all we're going to move for right now. Wow, yeah, we are just not going to hold very well on anywheres. Let's move there like so, because good God, our lines are crumbling all over the place. I mean, we're doing what we can. I feel like I could be doing a little bit better, but I don't think we could be doing. We're not going to be winning, that's for sure. Yay, another 8 more IC in the Urals. Smolensk, yeah, lost a couple of headquarter units there. But it looks like we're still kind of holding out in Smolensk, which that's fine. I know I'm breezing right through those fairly quickly, but guards right, they have to form these guys. Up in Leningrad, and we got 3 guards units as well. Okay, and we've got 2 more. I'm going to form them down over this way here on this section here, that area of the river. Yeah, I'm gonna try to assign these to nearby headquarters. At this point, I'm not really terribly concerned with who's where type deal. We need you to come up, and we need you to come up to here. And you to come up to here. Okay. Attach them to that unit there. Not him, but these guys can come down here. We could probably utilize them. That's a fresh unit, that's right. That's why. Astrahan, I think Astrahan as well for you. Yep. Moscow. Smolensk headquarters. Jeez. Let's try to pull back in good order if we can. Curse headquarters also trying to pull back as best they can. 10th and KVD. Just attach you to somebody. How else are we doing? As far as planes go. Okay, all you planes need to get pulled way back. How many do I have there? 3. Okay. We're not going to be too overly burdened, I don't feel. Leningrad can only repair 5. Sad. Okay, there's no spare airports. Well, I mean, there are, but they're towards the front. Oh, there's one way back there. Holy cow, I didn't realize we had those guys still there. Let's, or maybe that's where I had pushed them to, was Tula, but they need to go back even further. Same as what I got going on over here. There's too much. Too many enemy units close by here. Let's see. I have a feeling some of these were units that retreated anyway, or wings that retreated anyway. All these guys need to retreat to here. It's kind of sad in regards to our naval disposition here, but it is what it is. Man, the manpower losses that we're just sustaining here. Fortunately, we can sustain it, but just, well, there's Smolensk. Smolensk went on the 18th. Major defeat. You know, Guatemala's been accepted the Axis powers. Interesting. Gaddav. Oh, that was this battle right here. It's pretty fierce. Or Golov, I guess. Gaddav. Yeah, GDOV. That army unit really can't do much of anything. Let's pull all of you guys back to Leningrad for right now. And I think that's how we're doing. Yeah, we're okay here otherwise. Manganese shortage 4. That's because of the loss of Smolensk there. I think that was where most of our manganese. Yeah, we lost a lot of effects just recently enough. Some of those didn't kick in immediately when we lost them, but rare. Holy cow, I gotta wait till the day ticks over. Because as I found out from last episode, it will crash if you're in the red. Probably not necessarily with the with that. But so we outnumbered them. Where is this? Here, we outnumbered them 2 to 1. They suffered almost twice as many casualties than we did, but yet we still lost that battle. The German organization must just be immense to be able to withstand that kind of loss. Yeah, you can see the Germans are really stacking up here against me. How many divisions I got? 5 attacking me, plus 8 in reserve. Oof. At some point, I have to imagine the Barbarossa penalty wears off on me. I have to imagine. Let's go from bottom to top here. So, yeah, we're kind of holding tight here. Yeah, we're doing our best all around here, but it's just not good enough. Not by any stretch of the imagination. Well, you guys definitely need to make your way here. Well, you especially need to make your way there. And let's kind of start pulling it back a little bit. Hmm. Still waiting for them to retreat. Okay, so we got the garrison pushing up there. Okay, all right. Yeah, it's a lot of Finnish troops all up and down the border there. Wow. Yep. It's blowing through all this because it's just these are all losses after losses after losses. What do we got going on here? So let's do like so. First Guards, Motorized Division, and Partisans. So, yes, we'll see what that's all about. So the First Guards, Motorized Division. They're in Moscow, okay. Kill invaders wherever you find them. Yeah, that'd be nice. That would be nice. There we go. Want attention to that. Need to move them up some, I think. I mean, I feel like we're still doing okay. Yes, they're getting, see, Moscow being here. 229 kilometers. Yeah, 229 kilometers is so far the closest the Germans have gotten to us now. Let's save it. Yeah, it's been almost a week. Well, yeah, just about a week. The autosave kicked in on the 16th, it looks like. We're on the 21st. But anyway, I think we can make it happen. Being able to hold out till wintertime, but it's going to be a close run. On that note, our surrender level's not that bad, actually. It's actually really, really good. We're at war with Germany, Slovakia, Italy, Croatia, Bulgaria, Hungary, Romania. Holy cow. Well, so I guess taking that partisan, they're not under my control. Nope. Yeah, I was going to say, I cannot imagine them being under my control, but yeah, this is actually pretty dang good. These, blah, but a division, that's 4 partisans in there. Yeah, these single brigades are kind of like nothing, but ooh, that's pretty good. This actually is pretty good. Almost cuts off supply to this group here, almost, but will throttle supply. We didn't have any partisans pop up elsewhere, did we? Nope. So mostly in Poland, Baltic States area. I'll take it though. I will certainly take it. Guatemala's mobilizing. Okay. USA further expand the undeclared war to the eastern Atlantic. So the United States is pushing out. They're going to see... Oh yeah, there we go. So that's why the supplies were up as far as they were. They had to be. Yeah, I got it. I need my steel up for sure. I need my metal increased. At this juncture, it's not worth it building industry if we can't supply it. So, we need everything that's here, but industry, not really so. Okay, good enough. Good enough for right now. We'll see how that... Yeah, sadly, I think none of these... It's not going to be until January, wintertime, before we see any steel refineries pop in. There we go. That looks a little bit better now. I can at least look at it at a glance and see how things are coming along there. And I think part of the problem too is we lost a lot of our metalworks, steel refineries towards the front lines there. So we're having to make do with stuff that we have in the rear. See there, we outnumbered them 2-1, and they lost almost 4 times, 3.5 times what we lost. But yeah, we still lost the battle there. So weird. I still need this up. I don't think I ever see green, but wintertime officer recruitment, which actually, even though this level 2, the officer recruitment will kick in or finish, I should say, it won't kick in until a couple months, well, at least a month later, thereabouts. I think then something pops and it'll give me the extra 10,000 officers. Festival to Boston convoy has been attacked. So I'm assuming Boston is closer to us than, say, San Francisco, Los Angeles, Seattle, any of those. But I don't know. It seemed that we would be like, can we get convoys going from your West Coast America over to Vladivostok? So we're not going through enemy waters, enemy-held waters. No, because we're probably so low on metals that our IC is getting strangled. And we'll find out. Yeah, yep, that's exactly the reason why. Okay, another day. We'll double check our lines, see how things are going. Can kind of see how it is going already. So yeah, these partisans got eliminated fairly quickly. These partisans are running rampant back here. Same as these. Holy cow, do your stuff here too. Here. Wow. 25th. I'll check my lines again. Just make sure we're looking as well as can be done here. All in all, hopefully my tone isn't terribly dragging down the overall excitement level in this series. But yeah, this is like so depressing going through here and be like, oh, we're losing here, we're losing there. Up this front, we're just having to deal with militia. Oops. That is just insane. I mean, I guess, right? You know, you might have groups that are Germanic ethnic and are wanting to throw off the yoke of Soviet oppression. Let's go back to here. Holy cows, we're gonna march into here like so, I feel. Where the heck? Oh, you guys are going to Leningrad. You guys are going into here? Okay. What do we got in Leningrad? Oh, honestly, next to nothing. That is just headquarter units, unfortunately. I mean, I could and should start pulling units from up here down to here. But the forces arrayed against me here, even though they're finished, still, I don't want to be just letting it go. When they attack me, I think I'm going to shorten up my lines here. And all four of these, I'm just going to retreat to these two provinces here because the Finns can't go through these provinces. So go here. This is a level 4 fortress. That's nice. Well, this unit will go here, I suppose. This guy will come down here. This guy will come back here. And these two will go there. And then if need be, pull out of this province here and just hold these two provinces here. Up here, I can pull back from here if need be, but I think the one garrison should be able to hold it. I may be able to push these to the forefront, and then we'll, be looking better. Let's see here. Okay, not terribly worried what's going to happen over there. It's Finland. More industry. appearing in the... I'm assuming that's what's going to be happening over time here, over the course of this year, is we're going to see more and more of that, of our IC that we technically lost here on the west being shipped out to the east. So here's where we lost. Yeah. I mean, it wasn't too much I could do about that, I feel. Let's move those guys that way, and then these rest are going to cross over the river here. They're going up that way. We're not going to be able to hold that, I don't feel. Let's just retreat. They were losing more than I was for sure, but we weren't going to hold out. Let's also move back. I don't want my airborne units getting surrounded. Well, 261, 308, 229 still down south, but yeah, all right. Can we hold out? I have to look it up. I don't know exactly when the German attack towards Moscow petered out. I don't feel it was like December or anything like that. I feel it was a lot sooner, like maybe October, November. I know snows were starting to fall, yada yada, but I don't think it was entirely too long. Smolensk, you need to just pull back to here. Okay, so Astrahan, and we're going to pull you guys and go this way here. Yeah, I feel that I'm not doing too well in the south here comparatively. We're actually holding out pretty well in the north, I feel, especially the walk into Leningrad. The push into Moscow looks like that might be beginning to crumble, but I think we're getting some reinforcements together here. This interesting how this all looks over here. Yeah, you can see the Germans responding appropriately, I feel. These partisans could just move around a bit more and start taking up a little bit more land, that'd be great. Pull some activity there. Unfortunately, you can see with the partisans, we're not seeing any great movement from the front lines westward. I mean, there's some troops here. It looks like they're moving westward. I don't know what that's about necessarily. And they may not actually be moving west. They might be coming to go this way, or to come over here even and take out Sarima, which they never ended up moving into. Odd. All right. Supplies for money, sure. We gotta wait a day for our IC to get back to some sort of normalcy. After defeat, yeah, that's a pretty big defeat there. It's here. Well, I mean, we weren't really going to be holding that no matter what we were going to be doing. Is there anybody else that we can pull? Could probably pull this cavalry unit back to here. Is there anybody here that we need to pull out? This headquarter unit? Just pull them back to here. Actually, out to there, probably better. Somebody's attacking and they don't need to be. 20, 36, 28, 36, 79. Yeah. There we go. I don't know who's trying to escape that. I mean, it's pretty obvious who's trying to escape it. 67th and 69th, maybe? I don't know. We might just hold on. Ugh. Ugh, ugh, ugh. Yeah, I don't have anything in Moscow that I could throw that way. And, well, I mean, that is somebody that could throw up. It's not the strongest. Well, I mean, I've got to move troops towards the front now at this point. You know, keeping people in the back just for aesthetic sake or what have you, that's not going to really ride right now. Like this infantry unit and this infantry needs to come up to the forefront here. Alrighty. Who else? What else we got? Nothing really there. Yeah, trying to hold a line here. This front is like theater command is like stay your ground. This guy we could probably move up to here. I'm just going to move strategic redeploy the one headquarter over. Okay. How about on the front here? Is there anything? I mean, we've got mountain headquarters. I could probably move up some. These mountain troops will stay on the line, though I'm thinking this whole entire group just needs to come move up like so. You know, that unit moved there, this guy moved there. Yeah, just leave the mountaineers on the border. I think I pretty much moved everybody here. Yep. This guy, I can shunt him up to here. Just want to make sure I don't have any infantry units. Oops, there's somebody up here. Infantry or tank armor or any other kind of, strong unit that's not already moving up. It looks like they all are. Okay. Cav can sit back. I'm not going to utilize them on the front lines, especially in this theater here. A bunch of conscripts just dig in. Though we actually need a we need to be in a better position than where we're at right now, I think. Move up to these this line here. Okay. Yeah, let's do a quick manual save. Almost been a week as well there. Have I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I've actually lost a theater in here, haven't I? I'm not quite sure on that. So he's in charge of that theater. This guy's in charge of that theater. This guy, yeah. Sure. Kharkov and Green, yep. Yep. Smolensk. I think Smolensk lost its theater. I think. Yeah, it does look like a -1 theater here. Be really nice to see notification of mud and stuff like that. Actually, I think, did we already see that last episode? That mud had just started. Let's check the weather. Nothing really of great consequence. Yeah, I mean, temperature-wise, it's not that bad down south here, around, or even around in this area. Well, 2 degrees Celsius, kind of chilly. But yeah, no mud, clear sky. Just ideal conditions for German combat around here. We do have some freezing temperatures, though. Up as we go further north here. 2.4 Celsius, negative 2.5 Celsius. Interesting. A bit warmer up here as we get towards, very warm actually. 5, well, I say very warm, that's not necessarily. But yeah, I was thinking that we were getting into mud season here soon. No. 19%. Yeah, we're still overall we're doing great in that regards. We're not close to getting surrender. It's just seeing all of these, especially, goodness gracious, as we're losing like a ton of troops here and there. This battle, I can't believe, is still stagnating the way that is. They're churning through units here. How's our? Okay, so those couple partisans have kind of expanded a little bit. They're still pushing out. The one partisan division got wrecked. Actually, looks like all partisan divisions got wrecked. It's just a couple of partisan brigades, regiments left. That's it. South and north. Okay, so you got attacked and you're retreating. I mean, that would be an ideal place to post up, but that's not going to happen, I don't think. Let's fly you guys back. You need to rest, recuperate. I don't anticipate the Germans being able to cross over, per se. I've got forces coming in the area here. But as we're seeing, one lone infantry division, I can't hold the tide. Let's do our best in holding Kharkov. 82%, that battle might be taking them a little while to figure out. move that way like so. You guys are retreating. Headquarters is going to have to sit at Kursk. Sorry to say. You just kind of have to. Because we've got to hold it. I know we're not going to. This. Let's see here. Let's push you guys up that way. And pull you back. I mean, right now, 193 kilometers. Oof. Germans are marching. Well, so what do I do if we lose the game? Well, I mean, I'll find out what happens at that point if, for whatever reason, Germans just raffle stomp me and we have to end up surrendering. But I mean, I will certainly take it as a learning experience. Obviously, if that's the case, it could be said that my plan of action, or inaction as the case may be, not ideal. Scharnhorst, ooh, and the Graf Spee, along with 2 submarines versus a bunch of destroyers and subs. This will be interesting. I mean, my surface ships are going to get wrecked for sure. The Gulf, we lost. That was pretty brutal there. What do we got here? I mean, it's good to see that we're getting planes back in here. There, kiln, that's fine. How are we doing here? So over the course here of October, we'll be getting a couple of motorized, semi-motorized units in, a couple more interceptors. That's about it. Then November, infantry, a couple more semi-motorized. Yeah, a couple infantry. This month, getting 2 coal fields in. A coal field next month. Again, it's not till January before we'll get the steel refineries going. But I mean, that's a lot of steel refineries. This is 16 right here. 16, 18, 20, 22, 23 are coming online January over the course of the first and second week. By February, they should be end of February, beginning to end of February, somewhere around there. They should be fully online, so that's 23 metal alone that will be churning out, which we certainly will need. Snow begins to fall. Soviet Union, yay. Not that it means snow is falling right now as we speak, it just means that the weather conditions will be more apt for that. Whoa. So, this, let us reach out to the newspapers. Yeah, that's a win. Big win there. I'm thinking that one division kind of overstepped a bit and moved in, or, you know, moved in when they shouldn't have. We're going to pull back to here. Let's move up to like that. Holy cows. Well. Let's swing over that way. I'm starting to dread what might be happening here pretty soon. We're going to have to move troops forward from Moscow here. Well, I mean, I think that was removed a while ago. I think this is just a check, just to make sure that's still not going on. Vertmont controls the Stalin line. Huh. In the diplomatic tab, you're now able to issue order number 227, not one step back. Okay. Great Patriotic War. Ooh, Air Forces, sure, we'll pay that. I'll pay that as well. We got plenty of money. Guards, paratroop, guards, sure. Got a research center, armament factory. Holy cow, that's a lot of, okay. Let's take our time on this here. So we're going to have a bunch of stuff sitting in the diplomacy tab. So I think that's what it boils down to. So Great Patriotic War, blah blah, many front lines, rely on barely trained conscripts. Yes. So repel the invader. We're going to gain 4 unity, which we could certainly use. Guatemala. No, we're not going to buy fuel from you. We're going to gain 500 manpower, which you could certainly use. Look, it's almost a 7,000. Leadership modifier is going to, well, for the next 3 years, that is beautiful. Officer recruitment 80%. Oh, pardon me, people. I need to go to my bunk. A little Firefly relevant. 80%. What would that actually bear out to, though? I wonder. I mean, we're currently doing 104 officers right now. I don't know if that's with the 80% already in place. Leadership modifier 50%, though. That is huge here. Oh yeah, it's good. It's at 33. So what is this considered? Repel the invader? Great Patriotic War? I don't see that in effect right now. So an additional 50% might be an additional 16 leadership, which if so, I could see putting another 10 into research. 6 in officers. Yeah. That could be good. Alright, repel the invaders for sure. Does it kick in? No, it's not kicking in right now. Probably will take a moment to take over. Take back the rail lines. As the Germans retreat, they enact a scorched earth policy, destroying what they cannot take with them. What? Often includes the infrastructure and rail network. Takes a lot of effort to repair this, but all essential. So as the events continue, I don't think this is accurate here. We're not going to. We're going to say not yet. Because they're advancing on us. I'm not going to take a hit to my supplies or IC for the Germans to get their rail lines. That's a weird event there. Guard Paratroop Brigade, let's go and create them. Cavalry Armor Brigade, create them. Motorized Infantry Brigade, create them. Further expand the collective. The collective is indeed superior. We'll lose manpower, supplies, money, but we'll gain 3 industry for the cost of 3 descent. Coal rationing. Yes, we want to save coal for the cause. We want 20,000 energy because we are losing some here. Scrap into war material will get us metal and rares, which, my god, we could certainly use. Food supplies, not right now. And petrol rationing, not right now. That'll negate, those 2 will negate 1 of these that I chose. Okay, cool. Queen Elizabeth is lost. Oof, that's some battles going on for sure in the waters. Dun dun dun. Until it's evacuated Kirov in the fall of 1940. Well, I don't know if we have Kirov though, but sure, let's go ahead and do it anyway. And the fiscal policy. Well, we're not needing tons of money per se. Yeah, we gotta work. That's hurting us right there. Let's get our reinforcements back up a bit. This is fine as far as upgrades go. We're up to 908. That's nice. I gotta check my laws just to make sure we're where we should be. I'm almost thinking a moderate yield, maybe, or just do a minor tax increase. That 5% descent, though. Oof. Now, let's do a low yield. I'm happy with that. All right, let's see what we got here. Not one step back. We're at war with Germany. We're going to lose 4 unity. We're going to gain 5 descent. Organizational regain rate increases, though. We definitely need that. Reinforcement bonus, we also need that. And leader defense, we kind of need that, too. Morale increase at the cost of attrition. Okay, some of those people front. And here we go. We got another plane kiln. We'll throw it there. Supplies we empty, and no, we just checked here. We're fine. This. Okay, I got to deal with this. We're at 10 descent right now. It's got to go away. So we're not going to produce anything for a bit right now. We're also at 18,000 IC debt remaining. I'm almost wondering. I need to push that up to 50%, going from 229 to 287. 60% would be 344. If we push it up to 60% and just really wreck our production, we will pay off the IC debt in 60 days. I think we're entering a period of time now we're going to be getting a bunch of stuff. So yeah, let's push it to 60%. We'll deal with the consequences. How's this going here? So it's our subs against them. Scharnhorst, Grafs Bay, and 2 Italian subs, it looks like. Did I get any fresh troops? Looks like I might have. No, they lost their headquarter unit they were assigned to. They're retreating. They're retreating but need to be assigned headquarter. Ditto here. They need to be assigned a headquarter. Ditto assigned a headquarter. Yeah, at this point I'm just going to assign whoever, wherever, close by. Don't really care. Just to get them off this board here. Kursk headquarters, like I said, hold out. You're not gonna, but you need to hold Kursk. Same with the Kharkov. We need to hold that as well, too. Man, that's two big, important cities there. 164 kilometers away now, the Axis forces are from Moscow. Ugh. So I could pull one guy off. Let's do that. Let's pull him off, push him here. Here, let's pull this cavalry unit and push him that way. Here, let's pull the this cavalry, push back there, and I think this guy perhaps will pull back to there. Okay. Retreating the entire wrong way, but it is what it is, I suppose. Oh, jeez. Man, when militia's beating your NKVD down, that means something pretty bad, right? Yeah, I don't think... Oh, jeez. The way that I have all these guys going right now, coming in, was from a long time ago. Let's sit where we're at. Hold out best you can there. Okay. That's a strange unit there. Holy cow. Yeah, I know I'm shooting myself in the foot by the sheer fact, let me say real quick, sheer fact that I could be pushing a lot of these units from this theater westward more to hold up, to bounce up against the lines, but we're still going with the whole entire thinking of the frontal commanders, you know, theater commanders. They're like, no, we're not. We're not helping out. We're responsible for our own territories only. South Africa now. End of the 5-year plan. The third 5-year plan. We're only for 3 years. First 2 years, creating more disappointment. Yeah. Invest in armaments industry. So for the next 2 years, we're going to get a 5-year plan effect where natural revolt risk will be jumping up by a bit. Ouch. But manpower modifier goes up, IC goes up, supplies goes up, supply throughput goes up. Okay. Industry wants money. Guards. Yep, we'll build them as well. Yep, we'll expand these factories. There's a 60% spawn rate there, which, yeah, we need to do. Malaya is lost. Oof. And Prince of Wales lost. Mutsu is lost. So... Japan is at war with the United Kingdom and all of the allied nations. That is interesting. Holy cow. Wow. Okay, first off, let's take care of some of our stuff here. Yeah, we got a whole slew of leadership there, like about 16, like I said. Let's hit our nation up first because we need everything that is here. Medicine, yes. First aid, combat medicine, cool. Pump that up. Okay, cool. Leave all that alone the way it is, but let's go into here real quick and boost up all of our stuff here. Oil refinery, we do need. Steel production, we desperately need. Rares, we do need as well. Coal, whoops. Push to the forefront. Additional supplies, need all that. We're not going to worry about anything else there. Construction industry, yes. Road and railroads we need. I'm not going to worry about anything else. I mean, our air units aren't doing anything at this point, so I'm not going to worry about that. Electronics, radios reduced. We're not going to be attacking, though we could use that combat efficiency bonus there. Radar, not going to worry about. Research efficiency we do need, though. Okay, cool. So this is a bunch of stuff. Might do anything in espionage. Kind of am. Yeah, now that Japan's at war with Britain there, yeah, holy shnikes. Bulgaria, increase Germany. I can't believe we totally snoozed on that. Actually, yeah, since we're at war with these guys, we need to kind of keep an eye on them. Europe, where's Italy? Since we're at war with them, I'm not worried about Slovakia, etc. That's not that big of a deal. The UK, we're not worried about this point. United States, we're definitely not worried about this point. Japan, we're a little bit worried about because of the fact that they're at war. We'll get to that in just a second. Oh, wow, the Sierra metals just dropped big time there. Reinforcements, we can kick this down to about 15. Yeah, supplies, we need to bump this up to 145. Upgrades, we're going to kick that down for right now. Production, we're going to kick that down right now as well. Because I need this, we need this to go down. I'll let it ride for about 10 days, I feel. That'll get down to about 2.6, 2.7, something like that. So that's okay. We'll keep buying what we're buying here, though. We'll keep doing that. Okay. Let's go back to this. Holy cowzola. First off, yeah, Manchuria never got reorged. If there's a way, I mean, Menjiang apparently has something, some sort of trigger that if it goes away, it checks every now and then to see if it can get reconstituted, and therefore at some point, it's able to. If only there was something for the Japanese AI where if Manchuria is lost, that it'll check to see if, I forget which, is it this here? It might be Harbin. Yeah, Harbin. Well, I guess Harbin, Mukden, Xinjiang. Maybe to see if 1, 2, or all 3 get recaptured, that Manchuria comes back, or Japan has the option of choosing to bring it back. So obviously, how'd they get Xinjiang? Interesting. So Xinjiang must have just switched. I don't even remember. I don't remember seeing that. Oh. I mean, this is a no-duh. Thailand switched over. I can't tell. I don't think it got invaded. I think that Thailand switched over to Japan. And the British attacked Hong Kong. The British lost Hong Kong. Well, I mean, that's a no-duh. That happens all the time. We know that from my own Japanese campaign. And now I don't want to play a Japanese campaign again. Ugh. But wow, Japanese are pushing down Malaya like it's going out of style. And they're taking Borneo. And this is, I think this is part of a AI beach invasion. I think this may just be an invasion that the AI pulled off on its own. I know that there's an AI invasion. I think here, Bonga. I think, or up here. I think up here. I forget. I think here. Anyway, there is an AI, or there's a. If you're playing as Japan, I think, or I'm misremembering, but I know that there are some AI or some invasion events that will kick off for Japan for here that will provide some free troops and some conquered territories and kind of follows a historical path. Though we're talking this is like 1942 that this happens. So the fact that this is happening now, that is highly interesting. Holy cow. I got to take notes on this here. Because interesting for Japan to declare on the Allies, UK, effectively this early on. You're able to kind of run rampant, through here a bit for a couple months before Pearl Harbor kicks off. But that occurring, yeah, I don't know what this will mean for the United States joining in the war. Wow. Things really took a turn. I mean, Xinjiang, Tibet and Xinjiang, once Japan gets China, they get a event that allows them to go ahead and get a free declaration of war on Tibet and then a free declaration of war on Xinjiang. So I don't know what happened here necessarily. I don't recall seeing a declaration by the Japanese to take out Xinjiang. They must have just joined or something like that. I'd have to guess if I had to guess. How are we doing here? Well, British are doing what I would expect. Ditto here. There's some give and take here. The towns are doing a little bit better than they are right now. But still, they're doing fine enough down there. Nothing else out of the ordinary. What's kind of going on over here? Because we've got... was Venezuela or was it Guatemala? Was Guatemala Axis? Yeah, Guatemala is a member of the Axis. Embargoed by Germany. What? What? But this is some next level Trump tariff stuff, okay? Wow. That is insane. I don't think El Salvador is influenced by Germany, embargoed by Germany, of course. Nicaragua. I don't think Costa Rica is flipped. I could just look. So Axis powers: Germany, Slovakia, Italy, Japan, Hungary, Xinjiang, Romania, Bulgaria, Iran, Croatia, Xinjiang, Saudi Arabia, and Guatemala. Allies, of course, a little bit greater, but also they've lost Yugoslavia, they've lost Greece, Netherlands, Belgium, Norway, Denmark, Poland, and France. So that's a lot of allied nations that have given up the ghost, as it were. All right, let's keep pressing on here. That is just some, wow, amazing stuff. I mean, it makes me feel good seeing that. I mean, it's weird, sure, but it just makes me feel good seeing that. There's some stuff that can surprise me in this game from time to time. Yeah, about to lose Kursk. The one headquarter. Here's another 4 more industry popping up. Yep, Kursk. Lost the battle, Kursk. I was hoping for a little bit more out of that, but yeah, well, it is what it is, right? Xinjiang. We will get in supply. I will take money from anybody at this point. Maybe ask for money. We've captured German equipment. Kharkov, yep, I was about to say we're going to lose that battle. Yeah, 6,000 troops there. 5,500, rather. Wow. Kharkov loss. Oof. Kharkov loss happened to us. Territorial pride increased by 1, but also we lost a little bit of national unity. To be honest, I don't know what the heck we're going to be gaining here. 50% chance of capture German weapons, which I'm assuming is maybe some sort of unit of some sort, brigade or something like that. Plus either 1,000 supplies and 200 fuel, or 3,000 supplies, 100 fuel. Neither of which really sounds much intrigueness there. Or guaranteed 1,000. I mean, either way, we're going to get 1,000 supplies no matter what we choose. And instead of the fuel and potentially a unit, we'll be getting metal and rares. Now, let's just see what this will, what that's going to be. Army headquarters advance. Okay, Army group headquarters advance. So, capture German weapons, heavy artillery, 2 artillery pieces. Okay. Let me check something here. Armor. Whoa, okay. Whoa. Capture German panzers. Assault gun. I mean, just merge it to one big unit here. We're going to sit tight with where we're at. Interesting. So it's a Panzer III G/H. And these are Stugs, right? Yeah, Stug 3, the F variety. This is all better than anything I've got, that's for sure. No ifs, ands, or buts about that. Yeah, this is a good unit, but it just needs to sit and marinate. Let's look from north to south here. So this battle's still going on. Is there a headquarters unit? Yeah, let's go ahead and retreat. What do we got going on here? We're okay. Here. So we got 2 units retreating. Let's stop attacking there now. Oh, yeah, let's retreat you there. Let's retreat you there as well. Who was trying to move here? You? Okay. Goodness gracious. Yeah, I mean, we were doing so well, but I can't see myself holding out through all that. We gotta move our units around a little bit here. Jeez. I don't like any of this. I do not like any of this. Well, 122 kilometers now. Things are not looking great right there. Don't have anything that I can move up, unfortunately. I mean, this probably, but that's not much of anything. No. Move you up to there, I suppose. Oh, goodness gracious, goodness gracious. All right. I mean, at least we're sinking their convoys, Axis convoys. I mean, that's not a great thing to crow about at this point here. Let's just get this to 45. Let's cancel that. We did nation. I'll slowly work my way through everything else soon enough. Province lost. Yes, yes. Stavka. Alrighty. He'll gain some advances in common and guard warfare techs. Also, another 50% officer recruitment. What are we at right now? 162. This is Stavka, which I'm not seeing here. I am seeing the Great Patriotic War, though, 80%. So, yay. More officers, 40%. Okay, so if Stavka is at 50%, that might be another 40 officers, maybe. So we'll be doing 200 a day. Wow, that would be so nice. That would be so nice. We lose 3,500 officers, though. Wow. Why? Why? 186, actually. I thought it was going to be about 200, but okay. Alrighty. Yeah, if this is a test of my Hearts of Iron 3 capabilities, we're not doing too good, I would say. We are losing out there. That I like to see. So long as I get my rest of my troops here. I don't know if NKVD is not going to really be able to do much. I mean, yeah, I'm not going to worry about moving those guys there. So we're swiftly moving up as quick as we can here. Okay. Alrighty then. I mean, honestly, if we're holding all the way up here, yeah, let's bring you guys down some here. You down there and you right there. Alright, onward. Yep, lost at Kursk. Ooh, lost at Priston. I guess that was the large... No, Luga. This was the large loss there. Must have troops that are filtering their way into Kursk for some reason, because I'm seeing that we're getting attacked in Kursk a couple times here. Well, interesting. If my subs can sink this little destroyer, that would be a huge win. We would consider that. Even for the loss of nearly all my subs, that'd be great. Blockade action away. Successfully blockaded our enemies. Yep. Good. Yep, lost Kursk. So that's another Another major city of ours that we've lost. We lost a coastal sub. They lost a destroyer. Yeah, well worth it. Our loss 24.7. We're actually not that bad off, I feel. And literally 2 months away before Japan, the Pearl Harbor event should be kicking off. Okay, this is turning into a bit of a quagmire for sure. Try to hold out best we can. Same thing here, though this guy needs to move back. We're not going to hold out very well, I don't think. Well. I mean, they're starting, the Axis are starting to kind of overstretch a bit, I feel. There isn't much I can do about it, honestly, but... whoops, you do not need to be moving into there. Yeah, why are we attacking? Wow, 88 kilometers to Moscow. Let's have you move up. Well, no, we gotta stay here because they might move in here and try to flank me. I do not like that. No. Yep, we don't have anything to really hold them back here, I feel. You're retreating there. Here, that's the best it's gonna be. Let's have all you guys retreat there because that's a loss. Let's just move up to there. Oh well, that is what it is. We're going to try to hold out best we can. When's our last save? The second? Okay. Here, let's go ahead and save it now. It's almost a week. And I think I'm going to end it here pretty soon. Can I buy from the United States? Yes, there we go. 50 metal. I can't probably won't be able to buy from Japan. No. Oh, we don't have the one. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yeah, all these trades, and of course I did not. I did not work on any of our diplomacy. Let's do 0.25 per day. So, or let's do 0.5. 0.5. So every second day we will be getting a diplomatic point. I need to build it up quickly because I need to make some trades. What we got going on here? They got a light cruiser. We've got... we're just along for the ride, but looks like we got a... I think that's our long-range sub. Yay! So yeah, that'll get us back into the green with that. Major defeat. Yeah. Holy cow, 88,000 troops to their 19,000? That's right there. Wow. One German medium armor division. Rolled us and smoked us. Alrighty, let's go ahead and save it right here, and I'm going to call it. It's about an hour and a half. Long enough. It's about as all the beating as I can take right now. I'm sorry, guys. Oh my goodness. Well, real quick, let's take a recap of what's happening here. First off, Japan. Japan is at war with the UK and all the allies at this point. They've taken Thailand. It does look like Burma's pushed into Thailand a bit here. Japan is moving down Malaysia towards Singapore. They've also taken Hong Kong. They've landed in Borneo, and they're doing pretty dang good so far there. And they've also landed in New Guinea, and they're doing all right. It'd be interesting to see how the rest of all this progresses, including what's going to be happening with Pearl Harbor. Axis powers are kind of growing in strength, but that is what it is. This is about as well as Italy can probably hope for. I mean, they captured all this territory here, captured this territory here and here. They've gotten a lot of stuff. Looks like the UK's kind of halted outside of El Agele, as Sidra is where they're at right now. So, yay there. But I would imagine we're going to be seeing Rommel pop in pretty soon and start running around there. Did Greece never fall? I apparently was not paying any attention over here. I mean, obviously I saw Yugoslavia fall, and I saw Italy pushing down into Greece, but I just kind of wrote that off. Wow. This is this is actually a pretty cool game. Even though I'm doing about what Russia was doing anyway in the war. Seeing these cool things happen is actually making me feel a little bit excited. Just because it's like these are all new things, and it's really, really neat overall. It's something unexpected, and could be something that will potentially change the overall picture, layout here. But yeah, if Greece is still in this battle here, that's interesting. I would think that Italy would want to focus some forces to push down south here and take out Greece, but maybe not. Basically, see, this the thing is, Italy has Crete. Well, you know what? I could swear that Greece fell. I'm almost wondering what happened is the Allies invaded, and this is all now the result of. I really wish I could see what's going on here. I'm gonna have to take a peek. Everything else to be expected, no big deals. We still hold Sevastopol. How long that lasts, though, I don't know. This unit cannot hold out at all, realistically speaking. The Germans or Axis are trying to push across, but that's not going to go very well for them, I feel. We're going to hold, for the most part, we're going to be holding this line here. We'll fold back to the rivers as need be, but yeah, I think we'll be doing okay. Otherwise, though, though we're keeping them back from Leningrad here for a while. Trying to remember it. It's about this time, I suppose, that hit my mouse. That I think it's about this time when Germany started rolling up to Leningrad. The problem is, of course, they do have this one armored division plus everything that's here and here. I mean, that's a lot of units. whole bunch of panzer divisions and panzer grenadiers that are pushing this way. They're going to be moved next, and once they move next to Leningrad, Finland gets released, and we're going to be dealing with a two-front war. Well, it is what it is there. Thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate it. We will continue these shenanigans next episode. Thanks. Bye.